The Order of AHEPA, the American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association, was founded in Atlanta, Georgia in 1922 on the principles that supported its fight for civil rights against discrimination, bigotry, and hatred at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan. Its mission was to promote the image of Greeks in America, assist with citizenship, help assimilate into American culture, and combat prejudice. Today, its mission has evolved towards philanthropy, education, civic responsibility, and promoting and preserving the Hellenic identity of Greek Americans. In January 1924, Syracuse chapter number 37 received its charter to the Order of AHEPA, becoming the second chapter in New York State and the first outside New York City. The first officers were Nick S. Valentine, Dennis K. Vlasopoulos, Nicholas D. Spinos, and Peter G. Fasoulis. In 1931, AHEPA's Ninth Supreme Convention established 36 AHEPA districts nationwide. New York State was designated as District 5 for the 9 upstate chapters, including Syracuse number 37, which hosted the first district convention in 1932. The Syracuse chapter had 2 district governors, Nicholas Anagnos and Daniel Panos. District 6 encompassed the 12 chapters of New York City and its vicinity. In 1935, the governors from District 5 and 6 submitted a plan to the AHEPA Supreme Lodge, requesting their districts be merged, with jurisdiction all over New York State. The merger was approved that year and a joint convention held in Binghamton. In 1957 and 1969, the District 6 conventions were hosted in Syracuse at the Hotel Syracuse. The chapter has had 2 members proudly serve as district governor, C. Dean Velasquez in 1960 and Michael Labatos in 2024. In the summer of 1937, the Syracuse chapter hosted the 14th Supreme Convention of the Order of AHEPA. The city of Syracuse continues to be the smallest city to host an AHEPA Supreme Convention. Ceremonies opening the convention were held at the Hotel Syracuse, with approximately 2,000 in attendance. During the convention, a procession of 3,000 participants formed a mile-long parade through downtown Syracuse. Marchers included city and state mounted police and people dressed in traditional costumes of Greece. Archbishop Athenagoras of North and South America opened the convention with greetings and a prayer, and presided over the consecration of St. Sophia's Hellenic Orthodox Church on Montgomery Street. A speaker system broadcast to the overflow crowd outside the church. Historically, as part of its philanthropic mission, our chapter has made numerous contributions to a variety of causes. In its early years, donations were made to AHEPA hospitals and health clinics in Greece, the AHEPA Tuberculosis Sanatorium in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and AHEPA Hall for Boys at St. Basil's Academy. Contributions totaling $28,000, $450,000 in today's money, went to the Greek War Relief Fund during and after World War II. In the last 50 years, the chapter continued to make donations at both the local and national level, including the Cyprus Fund, the Thessaloniki Earthquake Fund, the St. Sophia Stained Glass Window Fund, St. Basil's Academy for new dormitories, and a $5,000 donation to Ronald McDonald House for remodeling the first home in Syracuse. Recently, contributions have made to the fire relief funds for Hawaii and Greece, as well as Toys for Tots. In 1983, the AHEPA National Housing Corporation was formed to help local chapters in obtaining funding for the building of housing for the elderly. In 1989, under the leadership of Brother Joseph Altieri, our chapter became the first in the state to be awarded a grant by HUD for the construction of 50 senior housing units. In 1992, the AHEPA Apartments opened at AHEPA Circle in the town of Onondaga. AHEPA Syracuse Foundation Incorporated a not-for-profit corporation, was formed for the purpose of distributing funds to a number of selected charities, with more than $30,000 donated since 2000. This year's donations, totaling $6,000, were given to Francis House, In My Father's Kitchen, Meals on Wheels, Pro-Literacy, and Serve Syracuse. The foundation will make every effort to continue its good works. The Scholarship Program Fund was established in the 1960s with a generous donation from Nicholas D. Spinos. Through additional donations and fundraising, the awarding of scholarships began in 1970. Since that time, more than $60,000 has been distributed to college-bound high school seniors and those already attending university. The scholarship program promotes education and is considered a priority to our chapter, reflecting one of the most important missions of our founders. AHEPA has sponsored many events throughout the years to honor members of the St. Sophia's community, including Father Michael Harmond, Nicholas S. Valentine, the founding member of our chapter, Daniel Panels, former Supreme Counselor and District Governor, and Pat Stark, quarterback of the 1953 Syracuse University football team. Participating in the annual Greek Independence Day celebration at City Hall has been a priority for our chapter. The St. Sophia's community has joined us, and the Syracuse mayor, in raising the Greek flag. In recent years, Brother Philip Georgikopoulos and his entourage have raised one of the largest Greek flags known to man. The Daughters of Penelope was founded in San Francisco in 1929 to assist women and families of Greek immigrants to assimilate into early 20th century American society. In 1935, the Syracuse chapter of the Daughters of Penelope was founded as the Alkipi Chapter 46 in Empire District 6. Chapter members were wives and sisters of AHEPans. From its inception, the Alkipi Chapter was active in cultural programs, promoting education and raising money for philanthropic endeavors. One of the most enduring projects was a cookbook, spearheaded by then-President Josephine Harris. A committee collected and tested recipes from the Greek community and created the Treasury of Greek Cooking. Profits from this cookbook were donated to benefit the St. Sophia's Building Fund. The 1980s and 90s saw continued vigor from the Alkipi chapter, sponsoring a booth at the Festival of Nations to raise money for the church and its youth programs, fundraising for local and national charities and institutions, including the Mother-Daughter Dinner, fashion shows, bake sales, and teas. Members were active participants in district affairs, with 4 women serving as district governors, including Suzanne Collis, Georgia Katopes, Margaret Cambas, and Stella Ziska. The chapter was always well represented at district conventions. In 1995, the Daughters sponsored an evening with Philo. The event taught Greek and non-Greek novice bakers how to handle and cook with phyllo dough. Proceeds went to the Vera House Domestic Violence Program. While no longer active, the Alkipi chapter left a legacy of good works promoting Hellenism, education, philanthropy, civic responsibility, family, and individual excellence. Tonight, the Order of AHEPA, Syracuse Chapter 37, celebrates its rich history and accomplishments on its 100th anniversary. 100 years has not changed the importance of working towards the initial mission of the organization, fighting against discrimination and bigotry, promoting philanthropy, education, and civic involvement, and most importantly, as Americans, preserving and promoting Hellenism.